Dr. Monarez, I understand you have retained attorneys to dispute your firing. Is that correct? I believe they're with you today.
Not to dispute the firing, I have been fired. They're here to help me prepare for this, to make sure that I was in a position to be able to communicate effectively what transpired.
So their purpose is to support you just for today, or is there another purpose that those attorneys
They have been
have for
supporting.
you?
They have been supporting me since knowing that there was so much complexity associated with what happened.
I'm curious if, did Mark Zaid connect with you, or did you reach out to him?
I believe
How did you connect with him?
I was given his contact information.
He didn't contact you?
I don't actually recall his.
You just said a moment ago that you were given his contact information. Who gave you his contact information?
I received it from a number of different individuals. I think with my termination being as abrupt as it was, people were concerned about the support structures that I would need to be able to make sure that I understood.
I just want to make this clear. He didn't reach out to you. You were given his number and you reached out to him. Is that correct? That's what you just said, is that?
I believe that is correct, although I don't have perfect.
I'm going to ask one more time. He didn't reach out to you.
I don't believe he reached out to me.
Of the thousands of lawyers that you could hire to help you through this process, why Mark Zaid?
You know, look, the moments, the hours after I had been terminated, I was concerned in a number of different facets associated with my termination. One of the things that I wanted to make sure I did was have clarity of understanding of what had transpired and what would I.
You don't seem naive at all. You have to know that Mark Zaid is a leading opponent of President Trump, notorious for his online activity that is very anti-Trump. He was heavily involved in President Trump's first impeachment. Why did you hire a guy like that, of all the thousands of attorneys? And furthermore, he advised his clients to leave the country after President Trump won the 2024 election. Why would you hire a guy like that?
So I actually was not aware of any of those details associated with Mark.
Right, he's right behind you. You brought him with you today. Notorious for his anti-Trump activity and involvement. And you hired that guy.
Yeah, so I was seeking some critical counsel to be able to help me make sure that I was understanding and aware of everything that had transpired and preparing for what might be next, including this committee hearing. Mark Zaid and I have never spoken about politics. I never asked him about his politics. He has never asked me about my politics. He is a well-credentialed counsel.
So you're claiming to be naive about Mark Zaid's political activity as he sits behind you, advising you for this hearing.
I have not
and helping you through this process.
I have not had any discussions with Mr. Zaid associated with his politics.
That's astonishing. Doctor, during your confirmation hearing, you testified about your priorities to, quote, support President Trump and Secretary Kennedy's vision of a healthier America. Those were your words. Did your priorities change along the way?
My priorities have not changed.
And when you were serving as acting CDC director and then nominated and confirmed, you obviously understood President Trump and Secretary Kennedy's priorities, the MAHA priorities. You obviously understood those. What changed along the way?
The only thing that changed was the demands that I compromise my integrity. I still support that we need to make our children healthier. I still support that we need to do all of the things I had.
You determined along the way that you weren't aligned with President Trump and Secretary Kennedy.
I did not.
Okay.
I did not. The only
Tell us more about the conversation that you had with Secretary Kennedy about your trustworthiness.
Yep, he had become, so three things had happened.
And you denied to Senator Tuberville that you yourself told Secretary Kennedy that you are untrustworthy.
I did not say I.
How did you say that?
He asked me, so look, that morning, I had been clear that I was not going to fire scientists, that I was not going to commit to pre-approving vaccine recommendations without data and science. I had been very alarmed at the demands, and I had reached out as part of what I understood my obligations to communicate that to this committee. The secretary became aware of that, and in the context of those activities, he told me he could not trust me. I told him that if he could not trust me, he could fire me.
That's all I got. I yield back.